Hello people, this is Vinayak, second year MBBS student of Bankura Shamara Medical College and Hospital. Welcome to my channel. I cracked NEET in 2019, but it was my third attempt. I passed 12 board exam in 2017, but in this year I took both engineering as well as medical entrance exams. But when the results came out, it was a disaster. Somehow I pulled myself out from that massacre, and I prepared myself that I should appear for the exam, NEET exam again in 2018, but it was again a disaster. I could not crack NEET in 2018. Then I moved to Kota, Allen. After a lot of hard work, lot of dedication, lot of devotion, and separated from the social life and like everything, from ups and downs. It was a beautiful journey. I will tell you some other time. I cracked the damn exam in 2019. The point is, there were multiple reasons each time behind my failure, but one of them was always I did not cover all the chapters properly. Now if you find yourself at such a position that you have only 1 month in hand before NEET 2022 and you still have not covered all the chapters, then what to do? Will you be able to crack the exam? And what if you find yourself at such a position that you have only 1 or 2 chapters left, but somehow you realize that those 2 or those 1 damn chapters, they will still be left even before the night of exam. It's like you cannot cover them, you cannot just master those chapters. Then what to do? Well, I am going to tell you in this video, but before going into deep discussions, deep understanding, I would like to tell you that I am very glad today my sister's 12th board exam results came out today, and she secured 92.4% marks in her exams. I am very much proud of her. First, write down all those chapters that you have not covered till now in a single piece of paper. If the list comprises of less than 15% of the whole syllabus, then you still have a hope to complete all of them before NEET. But it is only again possible by vigorous hard work and following daily targets. I am again telling you, following daily targets is very much important. If you do not know how to schedule a daily target, let me know in the comment section. I will launch another small video for that. Now, irrespective of the quantity of chapters that are still untouched or left, find out those chapters which cover more weightage than the others. How can you do that? For that, find out the number of questions that have come from each of the chapter in the last few years from every subject, which the list of which is already available on YouTube. Write them down and find out the weightage of the chapters. Like for example, if you consider ecology, or if you consider electrostrat or genetics, they cover a lot of questions, right? So these chapters weight more than the others. That's how you can prioritize the list you have already made, like 1, 2, 3, mark them as your own priority. You can prioritize the chapters. That, for example, if you have already left genetics, then it will be ranked higher in your list of priority, right? Next, allot a particular time frame for those chapters in your daily schedule and follow this. Watch videos, go through NCERT textbooks, make notes if possible, and solve questions. I repeat, watch videos, go through NCERT textbooks, add notes if possible, and then follow questions. This is the way you can master any chapter. This is the regular way. This is the traditional and most effective way as well. Now, as you have left less time in hand, don't go for the videos which are too long. Number 1, and number 2, if you find yourself that making notes is not possible anymore, don't go for making notes. Make short notes, understand the concept, and try to memorize them. I know it will take a hell lot of a labor to complete the stuff, but trust me, it's worth it. Now if you find yourself in the second position, like you have left 1 or 2 chapters which you cannot just master, which you cannot just cover, and somehow you believe that those 1 or 2 chapters or topics will still be left even before the night of exam, then what to do? Well, when I was in Allen, Kota, I was taught that if I find myself somehow in that particular situation, that I have only 1 or 2 chapters left, then my teacher taught me that it's better to leave the chapter, it's better to leave the topic. Sounds risky, isn't it? Well, let me tell you, this is the most effective way. How? Suppose you cannot master say for example polymer or chemistry in everyday life, or chapter like what can you say, plant anatomy. Okay, so how many questions come each year from everyone, if each one of these chapters? Hardly 1 or 2 questions you find. So just छोड़ दो ना उनको, एक क्वेश्चन 2 क्वेश्चन क्या जाता है उनमें. You still have 712 or 708 marks in your hand. Score 650 out of 712. Score 60 out of 712, 708. This is already a huge score. Good score. You will get excellent rank and you will get a government medical college seat. Are you getting my point? My point is, it's better to avoid some chapters than to waste a hell lot of time and energy for the chapters which you cannot just master. If you are done with those chapters, just leave it. It is also possible that the chapters which you are very much confident with, for example gravitation, for example rotational dynamics, for example some other the ionic equilibrium, if you have mastered them, but a question comes from those chapters and it is very much hard for you to solve, you will not be able to solve that particular question in the exam hall. But it's also possible that the chapter which you are not able to master, the question which comes from this particular chapter you find very easy to answer. It's also possible, right? The point is, don't waste a hell lot of time and energy for those chapters which you think that you cannot master. Leave them and cover the entire syllabus, rest of it. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if you are new, then don't forget to subscribe the channel. आज के लिए बस इतना ही, बाकी बातें नेक्स्ट वीडियो में.